In this episode, you'll find answers to questions like, what do Bitcoin and volcanic energy have in common? Why did Biden stop cryptocurrency mining?
Welcome to the Oval Office. Come on in.
And what does nuclear even have to do with it? Which state in America is buying cryptocurrency? And big miners are killing Bitcoin. We're about to give you the answers to all of these questions. Hi, it's me again, Steph. We asked a lot of questions that were meant to catch your attention. Now let me tell you what today's episode is all about. The country that boosted Bitcoin reserves thanks to volcanic energy. What does that even mean? Biden's order to stop a China-linked Bitcoin mine near a nuclear base. A state that is buying Bitcoin ETFs following corporations, and growing threats to the major cryptocurrency industry. There are a lot of events going on that you just can't miss. So let's make sense of all this news together. You've come to the channel where we strive to advance the entire cryptosphere, NFTs, and Web3 gaming. This is our news segment, which comes out every 2 weeks, bringing you the hottest updates from the DeFi world. We invest a lot.
How much money you got? A lot.
Into this project, and we're just gaining momentum. We would be super grateful for your support, and we promise to do our very best to provide you with as much value as possible. Welcome to the episode. Enough with the introductions, now let's get to the news. El-Salvador is making waves in the crypto world with its innovative Bitcoin mining strategies. The state-owned Tecapa volcano plant now powers 300 processors using geothermal energy to mine Bitcoin, confirm transactions, and secure the network. This eco-friendly approach using renewable energy marks a significant shift from traditional fossil fuel-based mining. And it's huge. These people they're simply brilliant. What was I talking about again? Oh, right. The geothermal plant generates 102 megawatts with 1.5 megawatts dedicated to Bitcoin mining. This initiative is part of El Salvador's broader Bitcoin adoption strategy, which includes buying 1 BTC daily and allocating part of its energy production to BTC mining. This comprehensive plan aims to grow national reserves in Bitcoin over time. In 2021, El Salvador made history by adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender, a move that drew mixed reactions globally. Despite skepticism from entities like the International Monetary Fund, some experts believe more nations will follow suit. Every nation-state will be mining Bitcoin at one point. Some start earlier, some later, says Julian Liniger, co-founder and CEO of Relay. Economically, El Salvador's efforts are paying off. The government has increased its BTC holdings to $360 million, with mining operations contributing an additional $29 million. This expansion underscores the country's ambition to be a leader in the crypto and blockchain space. Key partnerships are also driving growth. A notable collaboration with Bitfinex Securities has launched $6.25 million token bond project to fund a new hotel at the El Salvador International Airport. This project is expected to create thousands of jobs and stimulate economic growth. Bitfinex Securities is exploring the tokenization of real assets, they explained, highlighting the project's potential to attract capital and generate employment. To enhance transparency, the government has established a public Bitcoin mempool, offering real-time data on national holdings. This initiative aims to build trust and credibility in El Salvador's digital finance sector. So while the world watches, El Salvador is not just mining Bitcoin. It's mining a path to a potentially prosperous and sustainable future. The potential of these technologies is hard to overestimate. It's a cool example of creativity in solving technological issues. Personally, our team is super inspired by such news. How about you? What do you think? What country do you think could follow El Salvador's example and create conditions for mining at the state level? Let us know in the comment section. Personally, I'd love to see Canada follow in this direction. And in other news, an American Bitcoin mining company, CleanSpark, is caught in the US-China political crossfire after buying mining sites near a U.S. nuclear missile base in Wyoming. President Joe Biden ordered the shutdown, citing national security threats due to foreign-sourced technology and Chinese ownership. The order mandates the removal of all mining equipment from within a mile of Warren Air Force Base, which houses Minuteman III ICBMs. This comes less than a week after CleanSpark announced it bought the sites from Mine One, a company with Chinese ties, for nearly $19 million. CleanSpark was unaware of the executive order when purchasing the sites, but is now navigating the unexpected challenge. The company remains committed to bolstering national security and economic development in Wyoming, known for its pro-Bitcoin stance. The deal's complexity increased with the involvement of the Committee on the Foreign Investment in the United States. CleanSpark board member Tom Wood, a former U.S. Navy officer, emphasized the legitimate security concerns and the importance of the CFIUS process. The larger site, located just 4,000 feet from the base, had raised alarms. The sale agreement was signed by Mine One's director, Jiaming Li, who has a history of managing significant assets and faced similar scrutiny in the past. This case marks the 8th use of CFIUS powers to block a Chinese-linked acquisition, highlighting the ongoing tension between the US and China over national security and foreign investments. So what do you think? Do you think the best decision was made here? Let us know in the comment section. We really hope that international geopolitical situation will improve and that progress in all spheres, including cryptocurrency, will accelerate. And now let's take a break from geopolitical events, and I'll tell you about updates in our Undeads project. You know we couldn't go without mentioning it. We're proud of our project, and it allows us to create these wonderful episodes on our Undeads channel. We've taken some critical steps to ensure your funds are secure and the project stays decentralized. Following our latest security audit, we focused on preventing centralization, especially regarding the UDS token supply. Here's the breakdown of the UDS token distribution. Vesting contract, 92%. Game pool contract, liquidity fund, and NFT holder distribution. This ensures that the total supply of 250 million UDS is well distributed and secure. To maintain decentralization, we've implemented a robust voting system via the Management V2 contract. This contract handles all administrative functions and ensures transparency. Any changes or decisions need majority approval, ensuring no single entity has control. This voting mechanism helps keep the project open and transparent. Remember, your security and the project's transparency are our top priorities. In late April, our Undeads development team focused on refining various aspects of the game to improve the player experience. Work on the game design, including updating the location spamming points. Progress was also made on refining the balance of loot in locations, playtesting builds, and improving animations. Client development, including integrating various audio elements and improving the user interface, as well as working on the store system. The game server team implemented waiting for other players and completed battle scoring, as well as working on synchronizing the weapon switching of network players and inventory development. And now, back to the news from the crypto world. The State of Wisconsin Investment Board made a splash in the crypto market by buying $99 million worth of BlackRock's Bitcoin ETFs, iShares Bitcoin Trust. This move, revealed in a recent SEC filing, is part of a growing trend of institutional investments in Bitcoin ETFs. Since spot Bitcoin ETFs were approved in January, they've been gaining serious traction. Major players like Wells Fargo and JP Morgan are already in the game. SWIB, managing assets for the Wisconsin retirement system and other state funds, is now betting big on the future of crypto with this nearly $100 million investment in BlackRock's ETF. They join a wave of institutional investors diving into this new financial frontier. Eric Balchunas, Bloomberg's senior ETF analysis, noted, "Normally, you don't see big institutions in the 13Fs this early, but these aren't ordinary launches. Expect more to follow as institutions tend to move in herds." The momentum is real. In the last few days, nearly $66 million in net inflows were being recorded, bringing total inflows to almost $11.75 billion. Major gainers included FBTC with $39 million, BITB with $20 million, and HODL with $7 million. Other financial giants are also jumping in. Bracebridge Capital invested $363 million in spot Bitcoin ETFs, and Bank of Montreal disclosed their Bitcoin ETF holdings in a recent filing. UBS Group AG from Switzerland even chipped in with an investment of a little over $145,000 in IBIT. This wave of institutional investments signals a big shift in the financial sector. It shows a growing acceptance of cryptocurrencies as a legitimate asset class, paving the way for broader adoption and integration of digital assets into mainstream finance. What other corporate giants do you think can join in on this initiative? Let us know your opinion below. Our team at Undeads believes that the recognition of cryptocurrencies in the world will continue, and more corporations will support such initiatives. Let's dive into some hot news from the Bitcoin world, brought to you by Caden Stettleman, CTO of Komodo and a guest writer for Cointelegraph. He's sounding the alarm about a growing threat to Bitcoin: large mining pools. Here's the scoop. Bitcoin mining is getting more centralized. Back in the day, you could mine Bitcoin with just a CPU on your personal computer. Then it evolved to GPUs around 2010, and by 2012, ASIC miners took over. These specialized rigs led to massive mining operations with warehouses full of mining machines. But what's the problem? A few well-known mining pools now control a huge chunk of Bitcoin's network hash rate. This centralization means those miners are more likely to mine blocks and earn Bitcoin rewards, pushing smaller miners to join pools and to compete. But there's hope. The Bitcoin community can fight back by running as many independent nodes as possible. Nodes can choose any clean chain if a mining pool tries to attack. ASIC owners can also help by avoiding the largest pools like Antpool or Foundry USA, which require personal information anyway. Stettleman believes Bitcoin's value is too significant to let centralization ruin it. With nodes, operators, small blockers, and dedicated users standing strong, Bitcoin can resist these centralizing forces. Our team at Undeads is doing everything that we can to help the situation. Only together we can keep Bitcoin decentralized and secure. We want to read through your ideas on how you would resist centralization in the comment section below, so let's get this discussion going. Our team is definitely for the harmonious development of the sphere and for consolidation to be preserved, thus moving the Bitcoin community forward. And that's all for today's episode. Now you've learned about how much mining is growing, what threats may be on the rise, and how geopolitics is closely intertwined with cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our social networks via the links in the description. Repost this video from our X account if you enjoyed this episode, because there's a lot more where this came from. See you later.